Hey guys, in this video, we are going to learn how to find the after repair value for a house. Coming up. Okay, how do we find the after repair value for a house? Well, it's actually quite simple. The after repair value of a house is all going to depend and be determined by the other houses in the area that have sold recently, right? We're going to look at those. Those are called comparables or comps. And we're going to look at the comps and we're going to figure out what the market is selling for like houses. So when we're looking at a subject property, we're not really looking at the value of that property today. Instead, we use a calculation or a formula to get to today's value. But when we're valuing real estate, we are typically always looking at the after repair value of it. So in this video, we're going to learn about the key components to figuring out the after repair value for a house and where to find those comps and how to do it. Okay, so the first thing you want to look for when you're doing your ARV, you're basically solving for after repair value. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to find other properties that are going to be one, in the area, and two, have sold recently. Okay, you do not want to try to look for properties that sold 5 or 6 years ago. That data isn't irrelevant to us. Okay, so we're going to want to try to find properties that have sold in the last 6 months or properties that have sold within the last year, but ideally more recent. Okay, so properties that are close by and have sold recently. Okay, and then number 3 is like properties. So you don't want to compare a ranch to a 3-story property. 2 stories to 2 stories, ranches to ranches. These things matter. So there's even another layer whenever you're breaking down the like properties. You also want to have similar square footage and you want to have similar bed and bath counts. These are very important because you do not want to compare your subject property that has 1.5 bathrooms to a comp that has 6. It has to be like. So number 1, proximity, close by. Number 2, when was the last sale? So duration of sale. And number 3 is like properties. So these are the things that we're going to use to determine and figure out our after repair value. Now we're going to do so using comps. I love to use different softwares like Batch and PropStream to go pull comps. If you are a local MLS agent or a broker, then you would essentially already have access to your local MLS, or you can go get your license to get access to the MLS. I like these other softwares because they give me MLS access basically nationwide, right? Otherwise, you're just going to get access to a little pocket that may cover 30 or 40 miles around where you live. So I like these softwares. They help me pull the recent sales data. Now, if you really want to go dig in and dive in on your own, you can do so. You can use Zillow, you can use Redfin, you can use all of these different Realtor.com, right? All these different sites to figure out and find the sold data of properties. But again, PropStream, Batch, both of these excellent services, love them both. They can help speed this whole process up, and you can have access to the whole nation. I love it. So what we'll do is we'll type in our subject property, right? In either of these softwares or our local MLS. But basically, you need a software to be able to find the sold properties, period. Even the free ones. But again, you need one. So you go type that property in. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to help you find other properties that have sold in the area. And those are the properties that we're looking at. So whenever a bank sends an appraiser out, that's what the appraiser does, right? The appraiser goes out and finds these other solds, and he's basically going to put a value on this property based upon its condition, as well as what it could be based upon the comps. All right, that's how it all works. All right, so after we find these properties, then we're going to start filtering these properties, and we're going to filter out everything that sold over a year ago, or maybe even go down to 6 months. And we're going to start with the proximity. So we're going to filter down the range to like about a 1/4 mile. All right. And maybe depending on what area we're at, we might even take it smaller or draw on the map with any of these softwares to get comps, because if you cross over major highways or major boulevards, school districts can change, county lines can change. So you really want to find the properties that are very, very close. So we're going to start filtering. We're going to do it by time and duration. We're going to do it by distance. Next, we're going to do it by like-kind properties, like I mentioned before. So if this is a 3-bedroom house, we're going to try to find as many properties as we can that are also 3-bedroom houses. And if this one's 1,400 square foot, then we're going to basically do about 15 or 20% either way. So we'll go from, maybe 1,200 to 1,600 since it's 1,400. So we have a little range in there. Now this range can be tweaked. So can the distance and so can the time. So those are the 3 things that really matter the most when we are talking about finding good comps, right? Now, once we find these good comps, right, we are going to basically say, hey, here's the highest retail value that's sold in the area. That's the whole point, is to find the high values to see, hey, what could our subject property be? It's not that today, but what could it be? All right. And that's where we essentially start our equation. It's crazy, right? We start with something that's not even there today, but what we think we can get to. Now we're going to multiply that by a discount rate, and we're going to take the repairs out, and that's going to give us our offer. So that's basically what the current value would be what the offer is, right? So we start with the comps, and that is how we determine how to find the after repair value of a home. It's all about comps. It's all based on the comps. Location, location, location. Like properties and recent, folks. That is what matters. And that is how you find the after repair value. Now, if you want access, maybe even a free trial to one of these softwares that can give you nationwide access. I have multiple. I love PropStream. I love Batch. They're both great. Check out the links below this video to get free trials on both. Guys, thanks for watching. If you learned something, hit that like button and let me know where you're watching from. Subscribe for more. Until next time, signing off.